What's up, everybody? It's your boy Uchi, and back once again. How y'all doing today? Alright guys, we got some impromptu unboxings to do because I figured I might as well do this one since haven't really had any things to unbox in quite some time, and since this month happens to be Dreamcast month and I've yet to discuss or do anything relating outside of social media posts on my Twitter and such, I got a special package delivered to me, brought to you by one of the partners from my sponsor Dynamic Focus. So shout outs to both Dynamic Focus and BGNY, that is Video Games New York, for sending me such a Dreamcast filled care package. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox this and see exactly what's going down and what I'm about to do with it. So let's get oh godly. Alright, so this is a big ass box. I'm gonna pretty much use my house keys because I don't have a knife. Damn, they really packaged this up really nice. Hella tape, making it very very challenging for anyone that would attempt to even try to take anything. They're gonna have to try really freaking hard to do so. Oh, cool. So we got bubble wrap. Yo, everyone loves bubble wrap. Oh, sick. Alright, so of course some really cool ads. So for those that didn't know, which I actually just recently learned this the other day, Dreamcast is actually still supported to this very day. There's a lot of indie titles that actually are made ongoingly right now for the Dreamcast. Like I said, they're indie, they're not like really anything too crazy, but of course they threw in some ads right in here with some games that I have to be honest with you guys, I've never really heard of. But again, this is all for the love and sake of the Dreamcast month, because 20 years ago Dreamcast freaking came out, and for those that might know or might not know, Dreamcast is home to a lot of very amazing and fun-fulfilled games. Let's see, this is probably a box that has the games in it, so we're gonna just put this to the side really quick. More bubble wrap. So again, I got a shout out to whoever packaged this up for me. Look at this freaking Dreamcast controller. All right, yeah, I haven't held one of these in quite some time. Nicely wrapped up with some freaking rubber band. Okay, who would have expected me to be unboxing a Dreamcast of all things on my channel here? So I mean, it is what it is, dude. I gotta appreciate the classics from where it's at. Of course, the old standard cables. We got an HDMI. Uh-oh, this is a very nice indication of what this thing actually could do, but we're gonna get to that. And of course, the power source. All right, cannot power it up without a power source. Man, they wrapped this John up like it's a brand new system. Like they really sent me a whole gift right now. Yo, shout outs to you guys, man. Anyway, here's the whole power cord. Looks pretty long to me, which is very nice, especially, you know, when you got a bunch of other games plugged up at once. You know how it is. And then finally, at the very bottom, underneath and wrapped up around very nicely with all this bubble wrap, is the Dreamcast itself. Alright, so I can actually finally get rid of the box. And again, very nicely packaging. We got a little bit of ASMR going right now. Oh, wow, look at that. And it's freaking shrink wrapped. Look at that, John. Oh, DC HDMI though! It says it right there. Hold on, let me freaking zoom in for you guys. DC HDMI, which means that your boy can play in freaking HDMI input. Oh man, I'm actually very excited, and you can see the price value. All right, now of course I was very fortunate and lucky enough to be on this special list of folks that, you know, produce content and whatnot. Obviously good things will come with such power in my hand. So again, huge shout out to Dynamic Focus, huge shout out to Video Games New York. They sell a bunch of awesome things in regards to video games, vintage games, retro games, that's the same thing, import games and what have you, and also of course a lot of the newer stuff. you know, it actually has a new game smell somehow. And this game is 20 years old. But yeah, there's the Dreamcast right there. So of course on the back, you guys were probably wondering, like, how the hell can you even play HDMI? Or you're probably asking me, what the hell is DC HDMI, Uchi? Like, you didn't even explain that. Okay, well, DC HDMI essentially is a Dreamcast, DC Dreamcast, right? And then HDMI. So essentially, it's a system, it's a Dreamcast console that can play, you know, whatever on flat screen TVs, HD televisions, so that way it's easier for streamers and content creators like myself to plug up to their devices and whatnot and still play in, you know, really great quality without having to go through any of the older kind of inputs to capture or whatever. This is it right here. This is super freaking cool. And as you can see on the back right here, I can show you guys right there is the HDMI port right there. All this other stuff, that's all normal for the system. You got the power cord, the serial plug, and then the AV out, and then even line, because yes, even back in the day, this did have some kind of internet capabilities, Ethernet, you know, for those that didn't really know what I meant. The purpose of this video, I was actually just going to do an unboxing. I'm actually going to be streaming, like, right now. So at the time of this recording, if you missed the stream, always follow twitch.tv/UchiGames, and also I'll be sure to include the stream link for Video Games New York because I actually will be streaming for them as well. So that was pretty much the dizzle right here with the Dreamcast. Happy birthday, Dreamcast, all right? Happy freaking birthday. Oh, I can't leave because I forgot to show you guys the games that it came with. Ooh, it just freaking went. Alright, I didn't have to freaking take a key to it. And nicely shrink wrapped. Okay, so we got Alice's Mom Rescue. Never heard of this one, not gonna lie. Ghost Blade. Ooh, this looks like... Is this a freaking bullet hell? Yo, it's an ace shoot 'em up for the Dreamcast with a focus on arcade action and the elaborate scoring system. Think 1990s shooter gameplay with incredible modern day graphics. And this for the Dreamcast, alright? So shout outs. Okay, love me some bullet hell games. Finding Teddy. Never heard of this one. This one is a little girl was sleeping peacefully with her teddy bear when suddenly a monster popped up from her cupboard, then stole her favorite plush. This one looks like a side scroller from what I could tell from the back. You guys can see, hopefully, right there here. And then we have Breakers. Breakers I've heard about, but I don't know anything of the sort. But you know what? It says right here, current rise of her fist, a no rules, no holds barred martial arts tournament, to whom will go the victory, the fame, and immeasurable fortune. So this is a fighting game, 2-player fighting game. This is gonna be fun. Of course, being the fighting game aficionado and enthusiast that I am, I'm definitely gonna have fun. Most definitely gonna have fun playing Breakers, but I will definitely be giving each game a pretty fair chance. This is really cool. It's so dope that Dreamcast people still make games for this system. Like, this system 20 years old and we still got support for it. Thank you, Video Games New York, as always. Dynamic Focus, as always. We flying high out here. Let me know what you guys thought about the Dreamcast 20th anniversary. What have you done to celebrate? And yeah, stay tuned for the streams. I know that we only have, at the time of this recording, we only have a few days left in September, but that's okay. As long as we are able to keep this, we are going to continue streaming Dreamcast stuff. And by the way, this is also technically Video Game New York related, okay? I actually bought this from them at Anime Next. This is a super converter, okay? So I can actually plug this into the Dreamcast and use my fight stick. So that's hella dope. I can use my fight stick or just a regular PS4, PS3 controller. I'm looking forward to that, but I'm probably gonna stay true to the Dreamcast controller right here when I play the regular Dreamcast games. And then when it comes to the fighting games, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna plug my freaking arcade stick in that John, alright? We're changing the scenery up a little bit. As you can tell, we're literally on the floor because as you can see behind me, this is kind of the mess that I have going on underneath my desk when I'm on my computer streaming, all that stuff, playing games. You can see my PS4 right here. The reason why we're here is, like I said, we are going to be setting up the DC HDMI, the Dreamcast HDMI, which is a modded Dreamcast, so that way it can output to HDMI inputs and whatnot. So what I have here, I'm actually part of the setup tutorial video that we're doing right now is I'm actually going to be setting up a brand new HDMI splitter and kind of explain to you guys that might be watching this that you've never, you know, streamed before and you've never set anything up like this in the past and you're looking to stream or just probably make video content or whatnot. Well, hopefully this video will be able to help you out with that. Alrighty, so in the box, I do have this brand new HDMI splitter. So like I said, basically HDMI splitter is a device that allows you to plug up to, depending on what it is, or how many it has, up to as many HDMI sources as you can, and then they can output them to like a TV or a couple TVs or another source. My setup, it will consist of 4 because this one that I have right now, I don't know if you guys can see this right here that I'm pointing to with my finger, is a 3 in and 2 out. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm actually sending a signal out to my TV over here so I can hear the game. I have a really weird setup for the time being. And then the other one is actually going into this guy up here, which is then sending another signal out to my capture device and my other 2 monitors that I actually have on my desk right in front of me. Especially thank you for you have to always appreciate the thank you notes that the sellers on Amazon include. But this guy right here, this is an HDMI Matrix 4 and 2 out, and this is actually going to it can output 4K. That's pretty cool. I don't have a 4K television just yet, and I don't really know when I'll ever get one. The fact of the matter is it's available to me and when I ever do upgrade my monitors. So of course in this it's gonna be powered via something that looks like this, and then it actually comes with a switcher remote, so I can actually switch it rather than having to go down and click these buttons to switch the sources all the time. So this is actually gonna be pretty handy. Comes with a little user manual, of course, so I'll keep this stuff to the side. I won't like necessarily throw it. All I'm going to be doing first is just setting this up. Really cool thing about this guy right here, so it has the 2 outs right now, out A and out B, and then 4 in. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have my Switch, my Xbox One, my PS4, and my Dreamcast all hooked up to this all simultaneously, and at the same time I have optical outputs. So in the case of like a Nintendo Switch, right, where you can't really use, like I have a pair of Astro A40s right now. They're one of the older models, and I can only really use them for my Xbox One, PS4. With this device, I should be able to use my Astros via that if the Switch is getting plugged into this source and it's outputting the sound as well through the optical. So we'll see if that does work, but that's not the point of this setup right here. And of course I just have an extra optical cable, so that way I can go ahead and plug that into the mix amp to the Astros. But let's go ahead and switch this out with this guy right here. Okay, so the power cable, probably like 2 feet long, just about. Some plastic around it, and it is detachable. As you saw, it did come with a detachable piece, so it is a USB cable that goes in, and it looks like this is a USB 3.0 for whatever reason, but it does come with the technology and the times. This end looks like it's gonna be a micro, for those that are curious exactly what we're working with here. Oh, sweet. So even on the front, you actually have direct headphone input. So this is the front. I guess I forgot to show you guys the front. So you can literally put headphones directly into this guy. That's actually very impressive, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually, I'm very happy that I got hooked up with this guy right here. And of course you can tell what's being outputted. I'm sure these are gonna light up once I have everything hooked up and ready to go. Like I said, I'm going to be unplugging everything out of this and replacing it with the new guy. And I'm sure you guys see me messing with all these freaking wires and cables, and I'm sure a certain special somebody of mine is having a heart attack. Alright, so here's my old one. It was a Radio Shack brand, so I feel like another reason why I'm switching out from that one is because normally contraptions like these don't tend to last that long, which is unfortunate. Not for anything, I did have it for a very, very long time. It did me wonders. It's lasted for a very long time, like I'm saying, so it's time to switch out your pieces. Alright, so I unplugged the power source from the other guy. Now I'm actually going to plug this up where it was. So now the fun part is I'm gonna have to hope that I'm plugging all the right HDMIs that I already had from that guy that I unplugged, just so I can plug them right back into where they belong. But now it's time for the Dreamcast, okay? So this is the real reason why I'm here for. This is the DC HDMI, okay? Like I said before, it is a modded Dreamcast, so that way it can output HDMI right there, which makes it, of course, easier for content creators and streamers like myself to make content using the latest and greatest software and hardware, so that way I won't have to use a bunch of different old school converters and all that kind of stuff and use stuff like this. So the way it looks like it's like a mini HDMI right here into regular HDMI. So that goes right into the Dreamcast, and then this will go right into my splitter. Alright, and then of course the power cable that I'm actually unraveling right now. Alright, so I got everything hooked up for the Dreamcast. I got all of my inputs right back into where they were before, and now I just gotta hope that once I turn it on, it will recognize that it's being plugged into an HDMI source. We're actually gonna go ahead and switch scenes now. That way we can get some direct kind of footage going on. So we'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, it is here and it is working. So I have to set up the time. What is today? Wow, look at that, setting up the time for a game like this, bro. So here's the system. Obviously it's asking me to insert a freaking game, a disc itself. Alright, so as you guys know, I did get a few games. Alright, and we're actually gonna I'm gonna put in this fighting game, Breakers, because Breakers actually looks hella dope. Awesome. Let's see how I look with the green screen on. Oh, cool. So right now it's loading. So again, this is Breakers. I've never actually seen or played this game before. I guess we'll just jump right into it just to show you guys how exactly it looks and feels. Again, this is all HDMI technologies. It looks pretty solid, to be honest, for being a system that came out 20 years ago. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys right now, I'm actually playing off of my capture device. We'll pick the standard character. He looks like a Shoto to me. Ooh, got a punch, we got a kick, another kick. Oh wow, the trigger is pause. That's crazy. We have a Tatsu. Ooh. So the start button's the taunt. You saw that? That's crazy. So it seems like this is a 4-button game. Yo, he has a rider kick. Yeah, this game's pretty lit. Yeah, playing with the joystick is kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm seeing how it feels right now. Also, it looks like he has a quarter circle forward kick that slides? Wait a second, that's pretty busted. I mean, that's pretty cool. Hits twice and then does all that. Oh, I'm gonna lose. Oh man, but I got the rider kick out. Alright guys, well there you have it. That is the entire Dreamcast HDMI setup. As you can see, it does work just fine. I plugged it in right into my brand new HDMI splitter that has 4 in and 2 out. Like I said, it does output to 2 different sources, which I literally have it actually going into another kind of splitter. So that way I can send it to my capture device, which is how I was literally playing it off of my computer right here for testing purposes, and it is going to my other sources like right now. That being said, guys, definitely follow me on Twitch so that way you guys can check out any and all of my future Dreamcast streams. And I'm very happy and very thankful and grateful for Dynamic Focus and Video Games in New York for sending me such a amazing and retro care package. Alright, so thanks again guys, have a good one, may the power protect you, keep it classy, keep it locked, and keep it right here on Uchi Games. I will see you guys next time.